it's Christina from Redefine Creative, and I am back with the next episode of Rediscover Your Stash. This is a series where Sarah Scraps and I take a common item you have in your stash and give it some new life and show you some new techniques. So I knew that I wanted to create a paper piece submarine to go with these pictures from the Finding Nemo ride. So I found just a sketch, and you saw it a few seconds ago that I liked online, and then I turned it into a little paper piecing. And then I took the window for the submarine and turned it into a shaker pocket. And I'm using the Let's Be Mermaids sequin pack from Spiegel Mom Scraps. And then I just hand stitched with some crochet thread all the way around that little paper piece submarine. So I knew that was going to be one of the main design elements on my layout. And so I wanted to create some crazy looking or some different bubbles. And so what I did is I'm taking a scrap of white cardstock and I am covering it with strips of washi tape. And this is a technique that I actually learned from Missy Whitten in one of her videos. So you can go back and see her video as well. She does the same type of thing to create a background element on her page. But basically I've just pulled out a bunch of different washi tape. Some of them are new, some of them are old. They're from a mixture of different places. So if you see a particular one and you want to know where that one is from or which company, go ahead and leave a comment down below and I will let you know where that came from. And so the next step to this, when I've covered this whole sheet, is I'm going to take some white gesso and I'm just going to use my finger to color over the top of all of these washi tapes. So I know I'm going to add some misting and some detail. And I also want to tone down all of these colors to make them look consistent. So right now they're kind of bright and crazy. I want to go ahead and tone that down. And this is that same technique that Missy showed in her video for kind of how to get this look. So then what I do after that dries is I'm going to go ahead and add some different colors of mist. And I've pulled out 4 of them. So I have mustard, navy, teal, and I believe sweet cherry from Heidi Swap. And I'm going to start out, I think I'm going to start out with splatters, but what I end up doing is going back and adding some of the packaging technique first with the blues. And this is to kind of create like a water look on top of my washi tape strips, because this is a submarine page and these are supposed to be bubbles. So I am going to go ahead and go in and use that packaging technique just to add some color on top of the gesso, and it is a really subtle look, but I do like the way it kind of changes some of the white in areas to make it look like it's, you know, water in the ocean. So that's kind of what I'm doing at this point in the layout. And so this layout has 2 photos that I have put onto one 4x6 and then cut in half. And so each one of those photos, one of them is from the Nemo experience in Disneyland, and one of them is the Nemo experience in Disney World. And one of the most fun things for us as a family was being able to compare between the 2 parks. So we'd been to Disneyland together several times, but I had been to Disney World and my kids had not. So taking them for the first time, it was a really neat experience to see them kind of look for the differences and the things that we loved in both parks that were the same. So this is a layout kind of talking about how we found Nemo and we compared the Nemo experiences in both places. So then I go ahead and I have my mist added on top of these washi strips, and I'm going to take different sizes of circle punches and create my bubbles. So all I am doing is punching different areas of that paper, and then I also kept one strip whole. So my first technique is using those washi tape strips to create some unique punched shapes with mixed media. And like I said, this is an idea that I got originally from Missy Whitten, so you can go back and check out her video as well. And then the second way I'm going to use this washi tape is over on that left border. So a really good way to use washi tape is to use it to create kind of a mat or a design element for your photos. So I kept a strip of the distressed kind of washi tape mess that I had created, and I kept one strip of it intact to use as part of my photo mat over on that left-hand side. And then what you see me doing is I pulled a bunch of pattern paper from my 6x6 paper pad from the Better Together collection. And so all I am doing is kind of layering those pieces to create some interest over on that left-hand side. So at this point, the right-hand side was pretty design heavy. So this kind of balances it out and brings the eye back over to the left to make sure that my photos still get the emphasis that I want them to have. And then I also took some of that black and white dot washi tape, and this is one of my favorites from the black and white Heidi Swap pack. And I added it to the top left and the bottom right to help the eye kind of travel around the page. But it also makes it look like this is, like a paper that's kind of just been taped up on the wall or up on a bulletin board. And then I did add my title, which says "We Found Nemo" up there on top of my photos. So I'm using my photos as kind of the ledge for them to sit on. Those thicker letters are from Cool Kid collection, and then the "We Found" are from the new Chamel Little by Little collection. And then I'm just taking my black pen, I added some journaling down in that gap at the bottom, and then I'm just adding some little detail around my washi tape stickers. So I ended up going back with black pen and outlining them, which you'll see in the close-ups. And then I added just some little clusters of dots. I've also scattered more of those Let's Be Mermaids sequins, both in my pattern paper layers on the left and throughout the bubbles on the right. And that's basically going to do it for this layout. So you can use your washi tape to create a board that looks like it has been taped up on the wall, to create some neat bubbles or circle elements on your page, and then as strips or areas to mount your photos or to create a ledge for your photos. So I really hope you feel inspired to dig out your washi tape. Please make sure that you like, comment below if you wanted to know where any of the washi tape is from, and subscribe. It would be great to have you. We'll see you again soon. Bye.